for all the 4 sessions. Okay, like, yes, this is, let me share with you people. Okay, just go through that whenever you have the time. Whenever you have the time, just go through these, the last 4 sessions, whatever we missed. Okay, yeah, just can you please go through these sessions? Okay, like this is the first one. Next, the second thing is the running notes, whatever we had. The running notes also happily you can download, okay, from this link. You can download from this link the running notes. The running notes you can download from here. Okay, that's all. Sir, now can I start the continuation? Sir, up to this whatever we covered, very basics we covered, sir. Sir, what are various Python versions are there? Next, what is a basic introduction, at very top level basic introduction? What is the specialty of the Python? What are various features of the Python? Next, where, for which purpose we can use Python? What are application areas which companies are using? Like at very top level basics we covered, right? Okay, well, now the next cinema what I have to talk is identifiers. Okay, identifiers, just observe very carefully about this one, sir. Identifiers. Okay, like, sir, now can you please just observe what is identifier? Anyone, can you please confirm? Respond. What is identifier? The name itself indicates, right? The name itself indicates identifier. Okay, very simple. The thing which can be used for identification purpose. Okay, sir, the thing which can be used for identification purpose, which is nothing but identifier. Okay, like, in our session, sir, 100, almost around 150 to 200 students are there. Assume that, sir. How I can identify each person? Okay, someone Vardhan Gupta, Ajit Kumar, Venkatesh, Brahma Reddy, next, and after that Hari Krishna, Pankaj, okay, like, Samra Kamal, okay, like multiple people are there. How I can identify each person? By name. By using name we can identify each person. That name in Python program is by default considered as identifier. Remember this one, sir. Suppose here just observe that if I can take x is equal to 10. I'm taking x is equal to 10, sir. Sir, now what is this x? X is name of the variable. Name of the variable, right? Sir, two variables are there. How I can identify each one? Array, this is x, this is y. This name in Python program is by default considered as identifier, which can be used for identification purpose. A name in Python program, a name in Python program is called identifier, which can be used for identification purpose. Okay, like, sir, in Python, for names are available for which it can be, sir, it can be variable name, it can be variable name, or it can be method name, or function name, class name. Okay, class name, like, so it can be any name, sir. A name in Python program is by default considered as identifier. Up to this is the clear for you people, right? Yes, friends. What is identifier? A name, something like x is equal to 10. X is the name of the variable, which is x is the name of the variable, which is nothing but identifier, like, okay, well, next, so to define names, compulsory, there are some rules and regulations are there. Okay, to define names, name of variable or name of a class, name of a method, compulsory we have to follow certain rules and regulations, right? So which rules we have to follow? Which rules we require to follow, sir? Very simple. Do you know? Suppose assume that you have one kid is there. Assume, do you have the kids? I respond. Do you have the kids? Yes or no? Arey, oh, why you are having the doubt, man? Do you have the kids? No, yes, no. Okay. Ah, don't tell no. Don't tell no. Soon. You have to use the word soon because you joined Python batch. After completing the Python, you will get the job. Once you got the job, immediately marriage. Once marriage, you will be blessed with a kid. That's why that day is very soon is going to be there. That's why. Okay. Yeah. Now here, just take very special care. You assume that you have the kid. You want to name your kid. Okay, to name your kid, kid compulsory, we have to do some groundwork. Do you know? You have to check. So on what date, on what time, what nakshatra, something like they are going to check. Or otherwise ancestor name they are going to keep, something like a grandfather name, grandmother name, or father name, or mother name, something like or even god name, goddess name, something like the people are going to do some groundwork. Or instead of that, some people are going to open the Google. Okay, here they will do a big research kind of thing. Okay, so hindu hindu baby, hindu baby girl name starts with yes, or starts with yes, something like even the people are going to check this type of thing also. Hindu girl child name starting with the alphabet yes, yeah, along with the meaning. Okay, like sir, have you observed Sanvika, something like so compulsory we required to do some research to give the name. Okay, like now my question here is, take a bit special care. Are you going to keep the kid name as cat, dog, or something like? Are you going to do that, a cat or dog, something like so if you are keeping cat or dog, yet at this time he the silent. But once he grow, then he's going to get left and right. Array, your name is the hero name, but my name is the animal name, something like definitely he's going to get left and right. Remember that. That's why compulsory, while defining the names, we require to follow some rules and regulations, right? Sir, in Python names, okay, in Python names, which things we have to take care? Okay, remember, while defining Python names, which rules we require to follow? Okay, rules to define identifiers in Python, in Python. Okay, like in Python, like yeah, link for notes and the video not clickable. Okay, Ali, at the end of the session I will share again, don't worry. Okay, yeah, please just concentrate on topic. Okay, rules to define identifiers in Python, right? Sir, very simple, sir. Do you know it is the variable name? Assume that it may be variable name or class name or method name and so on. It is a name, sir. Now I'm trying to take okay, now I'm trying to take something like ABC is equal to 10. Is it valid or not? Array, is it valid or not? Yeah. Is it valid or not? ABC is equal to 10. Is it valid or not? Yes, perfectly itself is the valid. Perfectly itself is the valid. ABC is the valid identifier, right? Okay. Print ABC. What is the output by default we are going to get here is just a 10 simple we are going to get. Okay. Perfectly itself is the valid, sir. Okay. Yeah, just observe the code. Okay, observe the code, son. Here just a py test dot py I'm trying to take. What is the answer by default we are getting, sir? 10 itself is the answer we are getting. Okay, please take a bit special care. Suppose abc at the rate 123 is equal to 10. Can you please confirm, is it valid or not? Yeah, respond. Is it valid or not? ABC at the rate 123. Is it valid or not? Remember this one. By mistake, if you are trying to take like this, immediately Python virtual machine is going to give left and right, because in identifier we should not use at the rate symbol. We should not use at the rate symbol. Have you observed, right? Syntax error can't assign to operator, something like a syntax error we are going to get. Okay, means in Python identifier at the rate symbol we are not allowed to use. Okay, remember. But now which symbols we can use? Okay, the only allowed characters in Python identifiers are okay, alphabet symbols you can take, sir. A to Z. Okay, even either capital A to Z or or small a to z. Okay, capital A to Z or small a to z. Alphabet symbols you can use, no problem, right? Next, digits also you can use, itself is acceptable. Next, underscore you can use. Underscore symbol you can use. These are only allowed symbols in Python identifiers. By mistake, if you are taking any other symbol, immediately error you are going to get. Okay, in this case, why we are getting errors are because at the rate symbol we used. Have you observed? Because at the rate symbol we used, that's why this one itself is invalid. Clear for you? Okay. Now I'm taking, suppose I'm trying to take like this. Okay. Total ash is equal to 10, sir. Can you please print total ash is equal to 10? Like this I'm trying to take. Is it acceptable or not? Is it acceptable or not? Yeah, yeah. Is it acceptable or not? Invalid error. Invalid error. Remember this one, sir. Because the hash symbol we can't take, right? Hash symbol we can't take. By mistake, if you are trying to take immediately error, we are going to get. Now observe that. Now observe syntax error. Syntax error. Okay, like we are going to get. Okay. Well, sir, the people who registered, we didn't give the access mostly. Today we are going to provide. Don't worry at all. Okay, the videos and material already shared from the YouTube. Okay, next at the end of the session, just I will provide clarification. Today I will ask my team to share. Don't worry much about this. Please concentrate on topic. Okay, yeah, sir, that's it. This is how you can, how we can, sir, the only allowed characters in Python identifier are alphabet symbols, digits, and underscore symbol. By mistake, if you are using any other, immediately error we are going to get. This is the first rule, remember, right? Next, I have assume that. So if I can take like this, can you please tell, is it valid or not? ABC 1 2 3 is the 10. Please confirm. ABC 1 2 3 is the 10. Is it valid or invalid? Respond. ABC 1 2 3 is the 10. Valid or invalid? Valid. What is the problem? What is the problem? Only alphabet symbols and digits only a user. Valid. Suppose 1 2 3 ABC. 1 2 3 ABC is equal to 10. Is it valid or invalid? This one is 100% pakka. It is invalid. Okay, invalid, because the reason for that, not only in Python, in Java, in C language, everywhere, sir, identifier should not starts with a digit. Identifier should not starts with a digit. Okay, identifier should not starts with a digit. Identifier should not start with the digit. By mistake, if it starts with the digit, immediately error we are going to get. Remember carefully, right? Okay, immediately error we are going to get. A B C 1 2 3. Sir, this one is the valid, but this one is invalid. Okay, even you are yeah, here whether you are giving the space or not giving the space, no problem at all. Okay, Ganesh, whether you are using the space or not using the space, no problem, right? But readability wise, we will provide the space. Okay, now here just observe carefully. Here I'm trying to take. Okay, let me execute from the Python interpreter directly. Okay, Python shell. Here py. Okay, sorry, here I'm trying to take some ABC 1 2 3 is equal to 10. Yes, is it valid or not? Valid. Perfectly, I'm not seeing any error at all. Suppose 1 2 3 ABC is equal to 10, I'm trying to take, sir. Immediately syntax error we are going to get invalid syntax. Regarding syntax error, immediately we are going to get invalid syntax because identifier should not start with the digit. Any doubt? Please confirm. Okay, well, now, sir, can you please tell? I want to take like this. Okay, I'm trying to take like this, right? Sir, A and so on. Here, just observe that B and so on. Okay, like C and so on. Okay, like now observe, I'm taking one variable, sir. I'm taking one variable. Its a name, its value is the 10. Okay. How beautiful this variable. How beautiful this variable. A, B, C, its value is the 10. Is it valid or invalid? Can you please confirm? Respond. Is it valid or invalid? Okay. So 100% pakka itself is valid. No problem, right? There is no length limit on Python identifier. there is no length limit on Python identifier. Okay, that's why. So perfectly this one is valid. Remember this ones are valid. Now I'm trying to take print. Sir, I want to print its value. I want to print its value, right? If I can print its value, okay, like just luckily copy paste option is there. Okay, if I'm trying to print its value, what is the output by default? What is the output by default you are going to get? Here is a py test dot py, like Nawabjan. But the answer by default you are going to get a 10 perfectly. It is a valid. It is a valid. But if I show this code to any expert person, can you please expert? Can you please come? Can you please come and have a look once? How beautiful this code? How beautiful I wrote the code. Like I showed this code to any X person or Y person, right? Then immediately that person is going to see from top to bottom. Durga, what you did? Durga, what you did? Arey, I did. I declare a variable. I declare a variable. I'm trying to print its value. I declare a variable. I'm trying to print its value. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. So to do this activity, these many lines of the code is required. This much code is required. Like it's going to see from top to bottom. Okay, even it is valid, but not recommended. Remember this one, sir. There is no length limit for identifier. Even though length limit is not there, but not recommended to take too lengthy identifiers. Clear? Are you feeling comfortable? Either any length limit is there? No length limit. No length limit for identifiers. Okay, but not recommended to take too lengthy identifiers. Unnecessary readability by default will be down. Okay, well. Next, I have one small doubt, sir. Okay, can you please confirm, is it valid or not? Total is equal to 10. Total total is equal to 20. Total is equal to 30. Can I take these many totals? Yeah, please confirm. Can I take these many total? Okay, this total. All are different or not? All the things are different or not? Yes, yes. Observe carefully. Observe. Total is equal to 10. Okay, total is equal to 20. Total is equal to 30. Okay, so all the things are different. If I ask a total, what is the output we are going to get? If I ask a total, its value is the 20. If I ask a total uppercase, its value is the 30. Array, Python is going to consider this is the separate. It is also separate. It is also separate. Means case is important or not important? Can you please confirm, son? Case is important or not? Yes. Python, sir, identifiers are case sensitive. Of course, Python language itself is a case sensitive programming language. Okay, Python identifiers are case sensitive. Python identifiers are case sensitive. Remember this one, sir. Okay, like next fifth one. Yeah, Atul Naik. Sir, if identifier length is more, is it impact performance? Maybe a chance, because to store that identifier, to identify that identifier, definitely my Python virtual machine may take some time. So it may impact performance also. Too lengthy identifiers, readability will be down, execution also maybe a chance to impact. Atul. Okay. So Python identifiers are case sensitive. Remember carefully about this terminology, right? Next, the next point what I want to take, sir. Okay. Here the next thing. Suppose I'm taking x is equal to 10. Is it valid or not? Is it valid or not? Yeah, case sensitive, sir. Python identifiers are case sensitive. SK Ali, it is the case sensitive. Means lower case and upper case, there is a difference is there. That's why even this is valid. It is also valid because it is a different, because there is a difference with respect to the case. Okay. Next, sir, x is equal to 10. Is it valid or not? Valid. Now I'm trying to take x is equal to 10 itself is valid. Now I'm trying to take if is equal to 20, is it valid or not? Respond. Is it valid or not? Yeah. please take a bit very special care. Okay, especially the innocent people. Can you please observe carefully, right? In Python, not only in Python, in any programming language, some words, some identifiers are reserved to represent some meaning or functionality. Okay, to represent some meaning or functionality, such type of words are called reserved words or keywords. Okay, reserved words are keywords. Such type of thing is called keywords. So we can't use keywords as identifier. If is a keyword in Python, if means there is some meaning is there, there is some functionality is there, sir. We can't use if by mistake if you are trying to use immediately error by default we are going to get. Remember, right? Okay. Now observe that x is equal to 10 valid. If is equal to 20, immediately Python virtual machine is going to get left and right. Now observe this one, syntax error, invalid syntax. We can't use. Okay, like so we can't use keywords or reserved words. You can use, some people may use keywords, some people may use reserved words. We can't use keywords or reserved words as identifiers because keyword has its meaning, its own meaning is there. So Python has some functionality associated with the keyword. Okay, that's why we can't use that as an identifier. Any doubt? Please confirm, respond. All the people are in the position to understand, right? Okay, that's all. Now immediately you may ask, sir, what are various keywords are there, what are various reserved words are there? Can you please let me know what are various keywords are there, what are various reserved words are there? Can you please let me know? Like some people may ask, then immediately simple terminology for that. Okay, some keywords are reserved words. So that is our next cinema, next topic. There I will explain. I will list out all possible keywords available in Python. Okay, like don't worry, we will discuss soon. Okay, as of now, just aware only one point. We can't use keywords or reserved words as identifiers. That's all. This is the only thing what you should aware. Next. So that's all. These are various rules we have to aware while defining identifiers. Okay, like so the only allowed identifiers are, the only allowed characters are alphabet symbols, digits, underscore symbol. Identifier should not start with a digit. No length limit for identifiers. Python identifiers are case sensitive. We can't use keywords or reserved words as identifiers. That's it. Okay, like now the next question, okay, is let me convert this total thing into a small bit style. Which of the following are valid Python identifiers? Which of the following are valid Python identifiers? Like, sir, I'm trying to take 1, 2, 3 total. Next, next 1, 2, 3 total 1, 2, 3, total 1, 2, 3. Next, here Java to share, Okay, sir, cache I'm taking. Next, $H I'm trying to take. Next, CA like ABC underscore ABC. Okay, like next the next DEF. Next, if I'm trying to take. Yeah, please confirm what are various among these which are valid Python identifiers. Okay, Shrutika Muhammad, we will discuss about reserved words next. Don't worry, just within few minutes only we are going to talk. Can you please confirm among these which things are valid, which things are invalid? Yeah, please confirm. Respond. The first one, perfectly it is invalid. The reason you know. Because identifier should not start with the digit. Second one, it is perfectly valid. Okay, it is the perfectly valid. Third ones are valid. I'm not seeing any mistake here. Fourth one itself is the valid. I'm not seeing any mistake. What about fifth? E, valid or invalid? E is invalid. Invalid because we can't use a dollar symbol. Okay, that's fine. Next, sir, is it valid or not? Yes, perfectly valid. I'm not seeing any mistake here. ABC underscore ABC underscore ABC underscore symbol is happily you are allowed to use. Sir, is it valid or not? Invalid. What is the reason for that? DEF is a Python reserved word. Of course, you don't know about reserved words, right? That's why even you don't know this point, don't worry at all. DEF is a keyword in Python. Remember that. Okay, just within few minutes, how many reserved words are there? Okay, I will show all the list. Don't worry. Next, if is also invalid because just now we covered already, right? Because these two are invalid. These two are okay, sir, invalid because these are reserved words. Okay. Next, dollar symbol we can't use. That's why it is invalid. Next, identifier should not start with a digit. That's why it is invalid. Okay, that's all. Identifier can start with underscore symbol or not. Atul, happily we can take, no problem at all. Underscore X valid. Okay, like, sir, all the people are in the position to understand what is identifier. To define identifiers, which rules we require to follow? What is identifier? To define identifiers, which rules we require to follow? Clear? Okay. Next, take a bit special care about this terminology, right? Here, there is some small point I have to tell, but don't think internal terminology because in the OOPS concept somewhere we require to talk about that. Sir, do you know if identifier, if suppose if I can take like this, okay, x I'm taking, underscore x I'm taking, underscore x I'm taking, underscore x underscore like I'm trying to take. Now observe this one. Yeah, valid, Sandeep. Perfectly itself is the valid. Can you please explain about f? Here, what is the problem with this? It is a valid, right? Anil, someone is asking about the doubt here. What is the problem with this? It's a valid. The only allowed characters are alphabet symbols we can use, and the digits we can use, underscore symbol also we can use. No problem. That's why itself a special symbol underscore. Only underscore is allowed. Except underscore, you can't use any other. Okay, remember. Now, here just observe. In Python, there is a big naming convention is there, sir. Listen very carefully about this one. Naming convention is there. Sir, if any variable, okay, it is the normal variable, no underscore symbols I have. If any variable or identifier starts with the underscore symbol, if any identifier starts with the underscore symbol, then it indicates that then it is considered as protected. Then immediately next question you are going to ask, sir, what is protected? Yeah, if any identifier starts with underscore symbol, it is considered as protected. Okay, sir, what is protected? Immediately you people may ask. My immediate answer is it will be discussed next soon in detail. Don't worry, sir. As of now, just aware. Okay, underscore symbol means we require to take a bit special care. Okay, well, next, if any identifier, starts with two underscore symbols, okay, observe the two underscore symbol, then it is considered as private. Again, you have doubt, sir, what is the private, sir? Immediate my answer will be discussed in the OOPS concept. It is not correct time. Just for your basic idea sake, I'm taking this one, sir. Next, the third one. Have you observed? If any identifier, identifier starts with starts and ends with underscore underscore, then it is considered yes. Okay, it is considered yes, it is a language defined special name. Then it is language defined language defined special name, defined special name, which is also known as magic word, which is also known as magic word, magic method, magic word. Okay, like we are going to use this terminology, magic method, magic word. Okay, like that's why. So don't use underscore symbol just style sake, because there is a small conventions are there for these underscore symbols in Python. Just anyway observe that here single underscore means protected, double underscore starts with the double underscore means private, starts with the double underscore, ends with the double underscore. Such type of thing is by default considered language level magic word or magic method, underscore name. Okay, like it is the language level predefined variables are, it is not public, Ganesh, it is not public. Okay, just underscore name, underscore file. Okay, like underscore doc, underscore add underscore. Sir, where these things will be there, don't worry, we are going to discuss these things also multiple places in the next level. Please take a bit special care. Yeah, one underscore, two underscores. Okay, we had. Then immediately Manikanta is asking, sir, I want to use a three underscores. Is there any special meaning is there or not? The convention is applicable only for single underscore or two underscores, but not for three underscore, four underscores. Please. Okay, until 102 you can use any number of underscore symbols, no problem at all, acceptable. Okay, in Python no restrictions, right? You can take underscore x is equal to 10, print x value. Print x value, we never face any problem at all. Okay, like yes, it is valid. Okay, py test dot py, I'm not seeing any problem at all. Okay, like clear, right? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, someone is asking, Ganesh, sir, you are talking about protected and private, sir, what about public? What about public? The people who are coming from other programming languages, they have some these type of doubts, sir. By default every variable is always public. If I declare like this, it is by default public. If you want to convey that it is the protected, you have to start with underscore. If you want to convey that in the private, you require to start with the two underscore symbols. Okay, this part is not correct time here. We will discuss in the OOPS concept in detail. Don't worry, sir. Yeah, feeling comfortable? Respond. Okay, so this is about what is identifier, what are various rules are there. Okay, for for to define identifiers, right? Okay, just these naming conventions just aware. Of course you are not required to remember, oh, starts and ends with the underscore symbol, there is a big story is there. Up to that you can. Okay. Sri Krishna Kedar immediately is asking this question. Okay, so here someone is asking about this question. What is the answer? Sir, may I know difference between private and protected? What is the answer I have to tell? Yeah, what the answer I have to tell? Hey, respond. What answer I have to tell for this question? Please wait. Okay, in the next somewhere we are going to discuss in the OOPS concept. There we have to talk in detail. Don't worry, sir. As of now, it's not correct time to talk this topic. Okay, because we are at very basics, and there are very innocent people are there in our session. We have to respect them. If I talk about these things in the beginning, then those people will run like anything. Okay. Yeah, Hare Krishna, magic words. Just I'm using the word. That's all. Okay, this is for all these things. There is a special meaning is there. That's what you should aware. Okay. Yes, you can. Sadiq, you can print that. Don't worry. Okay. That's all. These are various things what you people should be aware about. Identifiers. Okay. Well, now the next subtopic. Any doubt about these identifiers? Okay, general, not about these underscore symbols. Underscore symbols story we will discuss in detail. I only told this is not completion, just I am providing for your idea sake. Oh, there is a story is there. Up to that only one point you have to aware. Okay, up to this is the clear. Can I go for next cinema? Next topic. Yeah, respond. Okay. Now the next topic is reserved words. Sir, I have studied somewhere identifier starts and ends with 2 underscore. It is called strongly private. No, Palli Venkat Reddy. No. Strongly normal private, strongly private. No, it is not. Whatever you learn, it's a wrong. Okay, it is just such a type of words are called language level, language level special defined, which is nothing but magic words, magic. Okay, like. Yeah. Okay, someone is asking about this doubt, sir. Sir, my doubt is underscore is equal to 10. Print underscore, is it going to print or not? Usually, we never going to do such a type of coding in our style. Okay, what is it accepting or not? Yeah, Sadiq. Okay, getting the point? Underscore is equal to 10. Next, the print underscore. Valid or not valid? The people who are coming from Java background, in Java 9 or 10 onwards, it is not allowed. In Java, it is not allowed. Okay, only underscore symbol, not allowed. But here, valid. Next, reserved words are keywords. Reserved words are keywords. Sir, one small thing I have to tell for you people. Better to learn slowly. Okay, topic by topic, line by line, then you will get much clarity in the subject. Okay, so don't be hurry while learning. Okay, so don't try to learn each and everything in the single session. It is also not good programming practice. If you are going to learn single thing in the total thing in the single class, then tomorrow you may not come. Then to whom I have to tell the lesson? That's why I want to teach all the things in a single class. Remember? Uh, okay. So line by line, slowly, all the things we are going to discuss, because here multiple people are there. Okay, that's why we require to talk, we require to consider all the remaining people also. Okay, it's good programming practice. But whatever doubts you are asking, all these things are going to be covered in detail in our cinema. Don't worry, sir. Okay. So this is, we are at very basics. That's why some concepts I have to make as abstract. Otherwise, we can't move further. Okay, like next, reserved words are keywords. Okay, very important terminology. Reserved words are keywords. So do you know, if you go to the school, have you remembered the golden days, your school days? Your school days are golden days. Golden days, your school days. If you go to the school, if you remember the school days, first what you learn in the school? Respond. first, what you learn in the school? Hmm. I learned in the school, something like alphabet symbols first. Usually, any person can learn alphabet symbol A, B, C, D, and so on. Once alphabet symbols completed, what is the next one we have to learn? What is the next one we require to learn? Okay, numbers. And then alphabet symbols, numbers completed. Next, sir, A for apple, A for apple, B for banana. Okay, B for banana, C for cat, something like we are always. So, do you know what is this apple, banana, cat? These things are called reserved words. These things are called some reserved words. Sir, in any language, whether it is general speaking language, general speaking language, okay, general speaking language or programming language, or programming language. There are some words are reserved to represent some meaning or functionality. Such type of words are called reserved words or keywords. Such type of words are called reserved words or keywords. Keywords, remember this one, sir. So any in any programming language, or either in any language, it may be general speaking language or programming language, some words are reserved to represent some meaning or functionality. Such type of words are called reserved words or keywords. Okay, just observe that. Sir, in English, which words are reserved words? Okay, sir, in English language, English language, apple is a reserved word to represent one type of fruit. Next, cat. This is reserved word to represent one type of animal like. Sir, if I can take sleep, it is one word reserved to represent one type of action. Action means activity, right? So sleeping, like. Now in English, how many reserved words are there? Can you please confirm how many reserved words are there in English? Remember, infinite number. So lakhs, crores of words are there. If you consider Oxford Dictionary, big Oxford Dictionary, okay, almost around 1 lakh pages, 2 lakh pages, big. We can't tell, sir, only these many. Okay, lakhs, crores of words are there. Okay, like. Similarly, in programming languages like Python or Java, like how many reserved words are there in Java? We have 53 reserved words are there. Okay, because programming languages are small chota languages. Okay, we can't. It is not like a general speaking language. Here everything is finite. Here everything is the finite. That's why how many reserved words are there? Just 53 reserved words are there. Okay, like, if you aware these 53 reserved words, then you are the expert in Java. Okay, remember, sir, in Python, how many reserved words are there? Can you please observe how many reserved words are there? Yeah, the beauty of Python is it is a small chota programming language. Much reserved words, much keywords are not there. Only uh, 35. Can you please reverse this one? reverse this one. 53 you have to explore in Java, but in Python we require to aware only 35. 35 reserved words are there in Python. Remember this one, sir. So please take very special care. So what is the meaning of reserved word? Okay, in Python some words are reserved to represent some meaning or functionality. Such type of words are called reserved words. In Python, how many reserved words are there? 35 reserved words are there. Clear? Are you feeling comfortable, right? Okay, do you want me list out these 33 or 35 reserved words? Yeah, please. Do you want me to list out all these 35 reserved words? Yes, why not? Here just observe that, sir. The first one here, of course, numbers are not required. True is there. Okay, false, none. Sir, seems to be, am I doing some mistake? Oi. Am I doing some mistake? True, false. By seeing these two things, am I doing some mistake? Sir, true and false. Compulsory. T should be small. F should be small. Okay, like. But you took a capital T and a capital F. Okay, like. Remember that. Okay. In Python, sir, small t is not allowed. True and false compulsory starts with capital T, capital F only. Remember this one. Okay. So by mistake, if I can take, okay, B is equal to true like this, immediately Python virtual machine will give left and right. What is the meaning of this true? What is the meaning of this true? True, like yes, this is sir, here please make sure true and false compulsory should be uppercase only. If I consider capital T, if I consider capital T, what is the answer? We are, I mean, itself is valid. Okay, only first letter is the capital. You can't take again all are uppercase. You can't take all are uppercase because Python is the case sensitive programming language. That's why please take a bit very special care. Okay, error we are going to get. Error we are getting. Sri Krishna, I will discuss that. I will provide that clarity. Here error we are going to get some. So compulsory T and F only. Okay, compulsory it should be. Next, none is also there. Okay, sir, here while writing these words, don't ask, okay, what is the meaning of each word and so on, because understanding these 35 reserved words is nothing but learning Python. In the next 3 to 4 months, what we are going to do, understanding these 35 reserved words only. That's why don't just have a look once. I'm going to list out. That's it. Next, and is there, R is there, not is there, is there. Okay, these are operators. And operator, R operator, not operator, is operator, like. Next, if is there, elif is there, else is there. Can you please confirm what is elif? Elif means what? Elif means what? Else if. Elif means what? Else if. Yes, it is there. Elif is the valid reserved word in Python. Next, while is there. Okay. Next, for is there. Next, break is there. Continue is there. Break, continue. Return, break, continue. Return, in yield, like. In yield, like. While, for, break, continue, return, in yield. By seeing these two things, some people may have the doubt, sir, switch statement. The people especially coming from Java background, they may immediately ask us, where is the switch statement? Switch statement not available in Python. Remember this one. Then by seeing while and for loop and while loop, immediately some people are asking the doubt. The people who are coming from C or C++ or Java, immediately they have some doubt is there in their mind. What is that? What's your doubt? While is there? For is there. Where is the do while? Where is the do while? Do while. Do while. Such type of concept is not there in Python. Remember, switch statement is not there. Do while is also not there. Okay, like. Next, sir, this is while, for, break, continue, return, in yield. Next, do you know try, 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 try block, like. What is the next one? What is the next one? Respond. Try block is there. What is the next one? Try. Please respond. The people who are coming from Java, try catch finally. Try catch finally. In Python, equivalent word is sir, except. Okay, not catch, not catch, catch. Equivalent word is except. Try, except, finally. Try, except, finally. Next, rise, rise. Next, assert. Okay, rise is just like a throw keyword. Assert, anyway, even in Java also it is there. Assert, like. Next, import, import from import. Yes. Next, class, yes, class, def, pass. Next, global, global. Next, non-local, global, non-local, lambda. Okay, lambda functions like a lambda. Del is there. With is also keyword. Okay, you are not required to remember all these things. Remember this one just for your basic idea sake, I'm telling. Okay, just one small command in Python which is going to print all these things, right? Okay, true, false, none, Okay, and or not is if else, while for break continue return in yield. Okay, like can you please confirm up to this how many came? Anyone can you please count? Yeah, yeah. I'm very poor in mathematics. Don't tell wrong answers. Okay. So anyone can you please tell how many? Total how many came? Ah, 30, 33. The people, if you want, you can count. I'm sure 33 will be there. Up to this 33 will be there, sir. Okay, well. But sir, you told 35. But here you wrote only 33. Okay. The reason for that is in the newer versions of Python, there are two new keywords came: async, await. Are you getting what the first ones are? Async. Second ones are await, async and await. Yeah, await. These two things are multi-processing. Okay, coroutines, asynchronous programming purpose. These are two new keywords came into the picture. Okay, 33 plus these two is total 35 are available. Clear? Are you feeling comfortable? Someone asked Sai Krishna or Sri Krishna, sir, why it is 35? Actually, you told 33. Yes, the reason for that, these two things came in the newer versions, async and await. These are the two keywords came, sir. Sir, how you can tell these are the only things? I will ask Python virtual machine. Hey, Python virtual machine, can you please tell? Can you please tell what are various keywords? What are various keywords are there? Okay, like in the program itself, we have to take import keyword. Keyword module is there. Import keyword module is there. Okay, keyword dot kw list. What is this one, son? Keyword module. I'm asking about kw list. Can you please print that list? Can you please print that list? Array, print the keyword list. Print the keyword list. I'm asking about that. Beyond that, nothing. Now here, let me execute this code. Now I'm getting. This is the answer. Okay. This is the answer. Sorry. This is the answer what I have. Okay. How many are there? This is the answer. Okay. Now it is the list. It is the list of all the keywords. List of all keywords. But how many are there? I don't know. How many are there? I don't know, right? Okay. What I will take is instead of printing, sir, L is equal to keyword. L is equal to keyword dot kw list. L is equal to keyword dot kw list. Now print length of L. All these things we are going to discuss. Don't worry, sir. Length of L array. In L, in this list, how many elements are there? Can you please let me know? Okay, like length means how many elements are there? Can you please let me know? Yes, total 35. I don't want to count manually, right? Clear? All the people are in the position to understand. So how many reserved words are there in the Python? These are the things what we have. Next, sir, Ali is asking a small down. Sir, what about append and insert? Where you had these things? Yeah. Where you had these things? Ali? Hmm. In the SQL anywhere is there, of course. In Python, have you heard about these things anywhere? Yes, Ali. Where you had these things? These are methods related to list. Okay, these are the methods related to list type. Can you please append? Can you please insert? Like these are the methods related to the list. These are not keywords, remember. Okay, yeah. So total, how many keywords are there? It's very clear for you people. 35 keywords are there. Okay, like now I have one small doubt, sir. What the doubt is? Have you observed, right? Sir, these true, false, none. True, false, none, none. Why these three are uppercase? Remove is not a keyword. Remove is a method name. Srutika. True, false, none, none, none. Okay. Why starts with uppercase? Is there any significance? Yes, yes. So these are values. These are values, literal values. Array, true is the Boolean value, false is the Boolean value, none is the value. None is the value. Value for any object type, none. These are the values. But the remaining are not values. And operator, if having some functionality, the remaining are associated with the functionality, but these things are reserved values. That's why starts with uppercase. Beyond that, nothing, sir. Sir, except these three, all the remaining are contain only lowercase alphabet symbols or not. Can you please confirm? Array, all the remaining contains only lowercase alphabet symbols or not? Yes. Sir, the first point, all reserved words contains, all reserved words contains only lowercase alphabet symbol. Sorry, only alphabet symbols. Only alphabet symbols. You never going to see anywhere digit. You never going to see anywhere digit or special character. Okay, like next. Except the first three, the remaining are alphabet symbols. Except the following, except the following, remaining remaining contains only lowercase alphabet symbols. Only lowercase alphabet symbols. Okay, like sir, which are like now, except the following, which are following are these three things, right? Except these three things, all the remaining contain only lowercase alphabet symbols. Remember this one, sir. Only these three cases, T, F, N, only contain uppercase character. Any doubt? Feeling comfortable? Okay, yeah, perfect. Now the next one, sir. Okay, sir, now the next terminology here. That's all. This is sir, what's about reserved words? Next, sir, do while is not there, switch is not there. Just remember this. That's it. So any doubt about reserved word? I told, right, don't ask any meaning of this, because learning Python means understanding these 35 reserved words only. Can I go for next one? Yeah. Muhammad, none means something like null. What is the meaning of split and when it is used? Where you saw such a type of thing? Okay, we will discuss in the input and output statements there. Okay, now the next subtopic, what I have to discuss, very important, sir. Okay, sir, the next subtopic. Up to this we covered two subtopics. I started with identifiers. Next, and after that we started with and then we covered about reserved words. Reserved words. These two things we completed, right? Now the next we have to talk about data types. Okay, data types we require to discuss, right? Okay. Yes, Ajit, definitely there is a problem. Ajit, definitely there is a problem. Okay, for that we require to change the code, or we may ask, can you please execute according to old version? We can do that. Okay, someone is asking this doubt. If we have already await name used in my code, then how the code will behave in the new Python version? In the new Python version, there are two options. You require to change the variable name, or otherwise you can ask explicitly Python virtual machine, can you please run according to old version? Okay. Yeah. Now the next cinema, we have to talk data types. The most valuable concept. Here we require to spend much time. Remember very carefully about this one, sir. So do you know data type? Data type. The name itself indicates, right? It is going to represent type of data present inside a variable. Type of data present inside a variable. Okay. Data type. Data type represents. Data type represents the type of data. The type of data present. The type of data present inside a variable. Present inside a variable. Variable, right? Which type of data? The type of data present inside a variable. Next, in Python, is it required to declare the type explicitly? Please confirm. In Python, is it required to declare the type explicitly? No, no, no. We are not required. We are not required to declare the type explicitly. Okay. Automatically, the type will be considered based on our provided value. This type of nature is called dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed programming language. Okay, remember. So in Python, we are not required to declare the type explicitly. Okay, now not required, not required. Okay, like it is so based on provided value, automatically the type will be considered. Okay, this type of nature is by default considered as dynamically typed programming language. We covered already this point in the last videos. In the last sessions, I discussed about this point, right? So if you want, where is the proof for that? Now you can ask, what is the type of X? Can you please confirm what is the type of X? What is the type? Type of X? Respond intertype. Intertype. But I never declare it is the int, but how it is going to be considered intertype, sir? Yes, based on your provided value, the type will be considered automatically. This type of thing is by default considered as okay, dynamically typed programming language. Okay, like sir, now the next cinema here, observe carefully, right? In Python, what are various built-in data types are there? Okay, built-in data types. What data types are there, sir? Okay, Python contain Python Python contains the following inbuilt data types. Okay, the following inbuilt data types. So which types are there? Okay, like so the first one int. Okay, the first one int type is available. Second one float. Third one, okay, the beauty of Python, sir, complex numbers. Do you know, right? In C or Java or C++, generally, our programming languages doesn't contain special type for complex, but in Python, special data type is there complex. Fourth one, sir, fourth one, bool, okay, like bool means boolean type. Fifth one, okay, str means what? Respond. Str means what? String type. Str means string. But in Python, str, we are using the word str. Of course, string only. Orally you can use, no problem, right? Next, do you know the next one? List. Something like a group of values I want to hold. Next, tuple. Next, list, tuple. Okay. Sir, now the next set. We can take a tuple set. Next, frozen set frozen set we can. Next one after that dict we can. Okay, list, tuple, set, frozen set, dict. Okay, like next, sir, bytes byte array bytes array. Okay, like so this is just observe that list, tuple. Okay, list, tuple, set, frozen set, dict, byte array. Okay, like next, range range is the function, at the same time range is the data type also. Next, the fourth one, none type. Yeah, these are various important data types whatever we have in Python. Yes, can you please spell out all these? How many things are available, sir? 14 data types are there. Okay, like we require to talk about all these things in detail. Any doubt? Feeling comfortable? Okay. Sir, we have to talk about all these things in detail. Don't ask us, sir, what is the difference between list or tuple? Okay, like we have to discuss in detail. So these are various data types what we have. First, I will discuss these things. So so first I will provide some basic idea. Of course, some data types here only I will discuss in detail. But there are some data types we require to talk as a separate topics. Okay, this thing I will consider as a separate topic. Okay, string. Almost 4 or 5 sessions we have to talk about string type. Next, even this list also, tuple also, tuple is just 1 or 2 sessions we will spend. Next, set also we have to talk. Okay, sir. Dict also we are going to discuss. Okay, these are 4 we are going to talk as a separate topics. Remember carefully, right? Okay, now can I start the first data type? Okay, like let me of course we will discuss here. Before talking about first data type, just some general information I have to touch on. Okay, in Python, okay, uh, date date data type is not there, Ajit. We require to bring data type, some module concept we require to use. Yeah, Ajit. Okay, here Python won't contain inbuilt data type. All these are inbuilt data types. Okay, now here just observe carefully. Now my requirement is, so this is about okay, just what data types are there. Before that, we have to take, before discussing these things, I have to talk about some general important terminology. Remember very carefully about this point, sir. In Python, in Python, everything everything is treated as object. Everything is treated as object. Remember this one, sir. Everything itself is treated as objects are, even int value is also object, float value is also an object, boolean value is also an object. Remember carefully, right? Okay, everything is treated as object. Even function is also object. Okay, like so here just observe that how internally it's going to be stored, Venkatesh, in the form of object. Sir, here observe carefully, right? Okay, x is equal to 10 I'm taking. X is equal to 10. You require to visualize. You have to visualize in this style. Okay, if I can take x is equal to 10, if I can take like this, x is equal to 10. If I can take like now, do you know how you have to visualize is, sir, here 10 itself is an object, x is a reference variable for this. In memory, how this one is going to be represented, sir? By using object style. Remember carefully, right? Okay, in the memory, how it is going to be stored, sir? By using object style, it is going to be stored. Even boolean value also. Suppose if I can take b is equal to false, b is equal to false, I'm taking, sir. Now, sir, here false is an object. Sir, b is the reference variable point into that. Okay, false is an object which is referring to this object type. Now, once it is an object, compulsory address will be there or not? Array respond. Compulsory address will be there or not? Yes, address is there. Of course, compulsory size is also there. Size is also there, sir. So what is the size? What is the address? Okay, like now, sir, if you want to print type, what is the type? Can you please tell? What is the type of X? Respond. What is the type of X? Type of X means, do you know here? Here, what is the answer we are going to get? Please confirm. Please confirm int. Okay. Listen very carefully, sir. Listen very carefully. We are not getting int. We are getting in this style. Okay. We are not getting int. We are getting in this style. Sir, why we are getting in this style is, was here, this is the output I'm getting whenever I'm taking x is equal to 10. This is the output, sir. What is the type I'm asking? Sir, what is the meaning of this? Boss, it is an object. It is an object. So this object is related to which class, right? Int class. Okay, because we can create objects only for classes, right? In the object oriented programming, we will discuss in detail, remember that. So we can create object only for classes, right? That's why here everything, okay, itself is an object. That's why it is coming class int. Array, what is the type of this one, sir? Oh boss, it is an object of the class. What is the corresponding class name is int, but usually we are always going to use the word, okay, it is the int like, but strictly speaking it is the class int type. Getting right? Okay, next, immediately, if it is an object, compulsory, what at which address this object is saved, at which address this object is saved, what is the address of this object? If you want to know address of object, there is one thing is there, id. What is that? What is the function name? Can you please tell what is the function name? Id means address only. Okay, like now here say this, yeah, id of x, id of x. Array, what is the address? What is the address of this object? What is the address of this object? Like, now this object is saved at a so and so address. Sir, what is this address? Why it is internally PVM is going to take care. Being a programmer, we are not required to worry about this. But this object will be stored in some memory location. What is that address of this object is? This is the address what you should aware. Any doubt? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay. Yeah, Ganesh. What is the difference between object and object reference variable? Someone is asking about. Ganesh is asking. Actually, in the OOPS concept, I have to discuss because it is the object-oriented terminology. Okay, I require to talk in the OOPS concept, but anyway, what is the difference between object and object reference variable? Okay, sir, in this diagram, which is the reference variable? In this diagram, which is the reference variable? X is the reference variable. Point into this object. Point into this object. Okay, this object. So you know, in your house, TV is there. TV. Do you have the TV? Who is because without having the TV, there is no chance at all, right? Who asked this question? Yeah. Someone asked. Someone asked about this one. Ganesh. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Ganesh. TV is there, right, in your house? Suppose assume that TV is there. Okay. How to operate this TV? Can you please confirm? I want to operate this TV, sir. I want to change the channel, or I want to raise volume. I want to increase brightness, something like that. How I can do that? Compulsory, there should be some remote must be required. Correct, right? By using this remote, we can operate the TV. Okay, TV. Increase the sound, decrease the sound, change the channel. Okay, like we can fast forward. Okay, like we can do the required operations by using this remote. Now observe, what is the purpose of this remote? To operate this TV. To operate this TV. What is the purpose of this X? By using this X, we can perform required operations on this object. Object is just like a TV. So by using X, we can perform operations. Remember this one. What is the purpose of reference variable? Reference variable point into the object. By using this reference variable, we can perform required operations. Clear? Respond. Okay. Well, so Ganesh, are you getting the point, right? Okay. Well, sir. Anyway, in the OOPS concept, compulsory we require to talk about only one complete 1.5 hour session. Object, reference variable, what is class, object, and so on. 1.5 hour I require to spend only on these three words. Don't worry. Okay, like now, so it is available at so and so location. Next, one more small thing I have to talk. Okay, what is the size? What is the size of these data types? Remember carefully, right? Internally, these things are implemented as objects or not. Array, everything is object. No primitive data types, everything is object. If it is a small value, if it is a small value, small, if it is a small value, small object. If it is a big value, big object. If it is a too big value, too big object. Have you observed? Here size is small, but here next size is good, big. Next size is very big, very big. That's why size of data type is not fixed in Python. Remember this one, sir. The size of data type is not fixed in Python. Any doubt? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, the size of data type is not fixed in Python. Remember this one, sir. Why it is not fixed? Not fixed because object size is depends on the value. Sir, where is the proof? Sir, can you please show a small example? Like you people may ask, you are very simple, sir. What is the x value? Now observe that. What is the x value I'm taking? 9999. So if you want to know size, of an object, if you want to know address of object, what is the function we require to use? Address of object. What is the function we require to use? I forgot. Anyone, can you please tell? What is the function I require to use? ID. If you want to know size of object, what is the function we require to use? Is okay, get the size of. Get size of. This function is available inside sys module. Remember, right? Okay, what is the modules concept functions we will discuss soon. Now here I'm taking import sys. If you want to use any module, we have to import first. Print sys dot get a size of x. Boss, what is the size of x? What is the size of this x? Like now here, now observe that how many bytes is there? Okay, 28 bits. 28 bits is there. Okay, by using 28 bits, the data stored. How many bits is required to store this data? 28 bits. Any doubt? I respond. Any doubt about this? Okay. Now here assume that its value is 9999, like I'm taking. Yeah, it is also in type. It's also int only. There is no long type. Of course, we will discuss, right? It is also int only. Now, what is the sizes, sir? Is a 28 bits are enough to hold this value? Respond. So enough? May or may not. No guarantee. May or may not. That's why if I can take a bus 36 bytes, 36 bits. 36 bits are required to store this value. Now let me take 9999 and so on. It is also int value only. It's also int value only. But how much size is fixed, sir? It is in all cases it is the int only. Believe me, in all cases it is the int only. Int only, right? Okay. Now what is the answer by default we are going to get is yeah. Okay, now have a look once, sir. Now observe 56. Okay, at the beginning 28, okay, sir, next 36, next 56. Okay, then now my question is is size of object in Python, is it fixed or not fixed? Please confirm. Size of object. Size means how many bits are required to store this value. How many bits are required to store this value? Not fixed. Okay. The people who are coming from other programming languages, they are always going to ask, sir, the size of int is 4 bytes in Java. In Python, what is the size of int? Simple, sir. No such type of terminology. The sizes are not fixed. Remember carefully. Clear? It depends on value. All the people are in the position to understand. Okay, now so just before talking about data types, you require to remember in Python everything is treated as object. The size of data type is not fixed. It is varied based on the value. Next, what is the purpose of print? To print a value. What is the purpose of ID? To print address. What is the purpose of type? To print a type of value, print a type of a variable, like. Okay, these function commonly used functions in our in our code. That's why you should aware these. Next, this is the basic idea. Next, in the next session, we have to perform postmortem about these data types in detail. So 2 to 3 sessions minimum we require to talk. 2 to 3 sessions minimum we require to talk about to complete these things. Okay, remember, almost minimum 4 or 5 sessions also required to complete. I will explain in detail. That's it. Okay. Next, yeah, just the people. It is the regular batch. It is the regular batch. It is the continuation batch only. Okay, the people. Okay, don't feel it is the demo sessions. The people who are very much interested. Okay, to join this. Just this is the contact information. Better to contact. These people are going to provide. Okay, complete information. Okay, next, which topics are going to be covered? Okay, in this, some people are asking about this. Okay, here just these are the topics what we are going to discuss. Somewhere in these running notes I kept. Okay, here these are the things. Sir, core Python, language fundamentals, operators, input output flow control, string concept, list data structure. Okay, like all these things. Okay, next, advanced Python, like these topics we are going to cover. Don't worry. Okay, these things happily you can. Okay, this is the syllabus what we are going to cover. Next, you will get 6 months video access. Next, current batch videos, previous batch videos you people are going to get. Next, material you will get, course completion certificate, running notes. Okay, like Microsoft Python certification you want. So this one, okay, we require to talk as a separate batch only. It is not going to be there. Okay, so these are the things what currently, which topic we are discussing. Language fundamentals, almost 10 to 12 sessions we require to spend only on language fundamentals. Okay, yeah, that's all the first topic. 12 to 12 sessions around we require to spend. Today the 5th session. Okay, that's it. Next, the people who missed the last sessions. Okay, just 4 sessions already completed. This is the 5th session. I shared already links. Okay, this is the link where you can see all the 4 sessions. Okay, this is the link where you can see all 4 sessions. Have a look once. Session 1, session 2, 3, 4. Okay, like. Okay, now you can, the people who missed, you can refer. Next, yes. Okay, please contact these people. Okay, next, even these running notes you can download from this link. Happily you can download. Okay, this is the link you can download. The people who want to communicate with our admin people, you can. Size not fixed for all languages. No, Tasil Madhu Shekhar. In language to language, it is varied. Okay. Next, there is one small clarity I require to provide. Yeah. Today, the people who registered already today, you will get access to videos and materials. Don't worry. Okay. How you can access tomorrow in the session, I will show for you. Okay. Someone is telling, sir, you told that Python is the case sensitive, but total, how it is the case sensitive? Case sensitive means high, capital or small. Okay. Like, yeah. Case sensitive means, case sensitive means, Ali, case is important. Case is important. Case is important. Okay, like if I can take a total is equal to 10, if I can take a total is equal to 20. Okay, like so both are same variables or different variables? Can you please confirm? Both are same variable or different variable? Please. Yeah, different, because this is a lower case and this is upper case. There is a difference is there. So if a lower case and upper case difference is there, such a type of thing is called case sensitive. Remember, suppose our HTML is there, sir. HTML is there. The people who know HTML, in the HTML, you can write a tag like this one. Okay, you can write a tag like this one. It is acceptable. Okay, even you can write the same tag like this also. Yes, friend. Is it possible or not? Can you please confirm? Is it possible to use same tag like this or not? Either lowercase or uppercase, both are equal. There is no difference at all. Such type of languages are called case insensitive languages. Remember carefully, right? Ali, are you getting that point? You can use either lowercase or uppercase, no difference at all. Any case is acceptable. Both are same. Such type of thing is case is not important. You can use any case, but in Python, this is the different. This is the different means case is important. That's why it is considered as case sensitive programming language. Ali, getting the point? Respond. Okay, well, next someone is asking about, sir, what is the difference between size and the length? Sir, somewhere you are using get size of, and length is also somewhere you are using. What is the difference between these? Suppose I have L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40 is there, sir. It is the list. It is the list. Sir, now to store this list, okay, how much memory is required? How much memory bits are required? That is called the size. Next, length means how many elements are there? Array 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 elements are there. Number of elements present in the list is called length. Array to store this list object, how much memory is required? That is called size. Clear, right? Next up. Sir, someone is asking again, Muhammad Sheikh is asking, Java to share is valid. Can you please show me? Why, man? What is the problem with that? Java to share is equal to 10 I'm taking. Okay, print Java to share. Print Java to share. Okay, like I'm trying to take. What is the output we are going to get? Okay, 1 minute. I will look once. Am I getting 10 or not? Yeah. Am I getting 10 or not? Valid perfectly. Okay. That's it. Underscore 123 the valid identifier because it is not starts with the digit. Sairam starts with underscore. What is the problem with that? Yeah. Can we declare a variable with the int name? Valid. No problem at all. Because the reason for that is int is not a reserved word in Python. Ajit. Okay. Yeah. Right, sir.